Let's talk about our democracy for a minute. But let's do it in a way that makes the snowflakes' heads explode. Let me be clear before this podcast begins. We are loud, proud, and do not give a fuck. This is the Tony Michaels Podcast. Real and raw political and social commentary. The freedom to oppress the rights of other people is not liberty, you shit-eating moron. Ah, the smell of freedom of speech. This is the Tony Michaels Podcast, and this is Tony Michaels. Hey, Tony, fuck 'em.
Just a bit of technical difficulty. Don't worry. Just a little late, but always on time, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 11 Central, 9 Pacific, right here on Twitch only. Just Twitch. Hunter fucking Biden, folks, destroys the House Republicans and the Nazi caucus. Now, we all know why they're trying to impeach treat this Joe Biden. And it's really funny because there's one clip where Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to talk, and Jim Jordan and Comer Pyle look at her. Jim, I don't report sex crimes, Jordan. And Comer Pyle look at her like, shut the fuck up. It is really bad when Jim, I don't report sex crimes, Jordan, and Comer Pyle think that someone else is saying something really stupid. Like, that's really bad if you're on that end of it. You know what I mean? If Comer Pyle and Jim, I don't report sex crimes, Jordan looks at you and they're like, you're saying something really fucking dumb right now. Woo, baby. Are you out of bounds? This morning, Hunter Biden goes out in front of the Capitol and says, where's Hunter Biden? I'm right here, motherfuckers.
Yet, here I am, Mr. Chair.
Here I am, he says. Look, this is all an exercise in stupidity. We all know that. Everyone knows that. The only thing this is sheep food, folks. More fucking sheep food
Yet,
for the MAGA sheep.
here I am, Mr. Chair. Yet,
more sheep food for the MAGA sheep. And their narrative is falling apart. And the reason why is because they're scared of Hunter Biden now. That's right. The House GOP, is now afraid of Hunter Biden. And what Hunter Biden did today, holy fuck. I wish he would have done this months ago, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, at this point, he has a civil lawsuit for all the defamation that he described this morning against Rudy Giuliani, because that's where this all started. I've heard Lev Parnas say with his own mouth that Rudy Giuliani was directed and assisted and stole data from Hunter Biden's laptop. They used drugs and hookers overseas to coerce him into a situation where they could take his laptop and copy the contents. They proceeded to take that content, add to it, take from it, and somehow, some way, it just ended up in a shop in Delaware. Some weird laptop shop in Delaware. And for some reason, Rudy Giuliani knew exactly where it was going to be the exact time it was there. That's where this all started. Because Donald Trump couldn't beat Joe Biden. They have to cheat. And they still fucking lose. Why do you think I'm so optimistic about Joe Biden beating Donald Trump in 2024? They cheat and cheat and cheat and try so fucking hard and still lose so big. And the House GOP is only doing this because the Mango Mussolini Jesus, their dictator, Their authoritarian leader of the Republican Party has told them that they have to do this, no matter what. The same thing he did when they went over to Ukraine to pressure President Zelensky into investigating Joe Biden. Same shit. Same motherfucker. Same motherfucking shit. The exact same. You have to investigate him, because if you don't make him look like a criminal, people will believe I'm a criminal and I will lose. That's what Donald Trump is terrified of. That's what the House GOP is terrified of. Fuck, that's what the Republican Party is terrified of, if you want to know the honest truth. It's getting a bit laughable. It really is. I mean, this narrative that somehow Joe Biden is, going to be dead before the 2024 election. Oh, I had that question. People have asked me, texted to me. Some friends of mine have said, do you think he'll make it? I'm like, you people are wild as shit. You need to stay the fuck off Facebook is what you need to do. Holy shit. You need to stay off Facebook if you believe this trash. It's like believing polls out there that somehow Donald Trump's going to beat Biden. You people are fucking just ridiculous if you're believing that shit. Let me ask you, if you live anywhere near Trump country, are there more or less Trump flags in your part of town? Huh? How many Trump flags do you see flying out in front of houses? Is it more or less? How many less? Huh? How many bumper stickers are you seeing? How many of them big, stupid fucking trucks with the big, stupid fucking Trump flags? Have you watched his rallies? He can't even fucking fill a goddamn middle school gymnasium, folks. It's a joke. It's one big fucking joke. And the only way they think they can win is the way he thought he could win back in 2020, was to have Joe Biden being investigated. Literally. That's exactly where we're at. I'm telling you, folks, the real situation here is the plot has slipped through their fucking fingers. And they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves. Yesterday, I told you that Ken Paxton will be the Attorney General of the United States if Donald Trump becomes president, and it's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. He will make Ken Paxton the Attorney General. I wouldn't be surprised that in the coming weeks and months, if Donald Trump doesn't say that shit out loud while he's talking about being a fucking dictator, that he would make Ken, because he's going to say Ken Paxton is one of the best attorney generals in the United States. In the United States, he's one of the best attorney generals. And in his eyes, Ken Paxton is one of the best attorney generals. Vote accordingly. Vote accordingly. This is all so fucking ridiculous. I fucking hate it. Hate it when people look at what's going on and they're terrified that Donald Trump's going to win. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Now, I know it feels kind of, not so much evidence about the whole Trump flag thing, but just think about it for a minute. Think about it. Think about the attitude that you got in 2020 about Trump. Even after 2020, 2021, 2022. The only ones still with him fully are the full-on cult members. That's it. And we ain't going to change their fucking minds. We're not. You're not going to. And you're not really going to shake the affiliation vote loose. You're not. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was asking me questions about the election, about the country, and what's going on, and how it works. And he's a smart guy. He knows a thing or two about politics. He's not totally out of the loop. he voted for Trump in 2016 because he thought that it would be an anti-establishment vote. He thought it would shake things up a bit. He is now saying, I don't think he'll ever be in a prison, but he needs to be there. He's a fucking criminal. Folks, this idea that people who voted for Trump are all in with him and there's more people with him than were against him before is a load of shit. It's a fucking lie. It's the biggest fucking lie other than Trump being hungry. You remember that one? Liz Cheney said that Kevin McCarthy told her that Trump wasn't eating. That's the biggest fucking lie I have ever heard in my life. I'm serious. I've heard some doozies, but that Trump isn't eating, you are full of fucking shit. But the biggest lie that has ever been wrought on this country is that he has massive support. He has never had massive support. Ever. And his support has only waned since. It's time to stop believing this stupid ass fucking propaganda, MAGA propaganda, as someone puts it in the chat. It's time to stop believing this shit and get together and do what democracies do and dunk these authoritarian fascists in the fucking trash. It's enough of it. We don't have to fucking sit around and pretend like they're going to take power and control. Fuck them. Fuck them. And this morning, Hunter Biden did that to the GOP. To the House Nazi Party. That's what he did. Absolutely tore them to shreds this morning. In a matter of less than 5 minutes. That's all it took. Now, again, I would love for Hunter Biden to do this months ago, but maybe this is the exact right time. We're all going to go home for the holidays, right? You're going to be sharing fucking food with your MAGA family. And their narrative is going to try to be, Joe Biden's the biggest criminal ever in the history of ever, because Hunter Biden's dick pics or whatever. And he smashed it up with a hammer. Smashed it. Destroyed it. Destroyed their entire narrative. All in one fell swoop.
Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today.
Challenging them. Saying, question me in front of the American people. Do it, bitch. I dare you. And guess what the Republican House Caucus did? They do what they always do. They cower. Because they know what it fucking means if they get Hunter Biden in front of the American people and cameras. Hunter Biden will be embarrassed. It's going to be some embarrassing stuff. Like, this is stuff that most people never have to tell the world. I mean, Jesus Christ, they've been showing his nude pictures in House committees. It's going to be okay, I promise. Our democracy is safe. It's in good hands. It's in our hands, folks. We, the people, get to decide. What do you want? Do you want people who aren't going to govern? I'm going to show you a clip today from the Rachel Maddow show. The least effective Congress in the history of our country passed 21 bills out of the House chamber. It was during the Great Depression. They were out of session for 9 months that year. weren't even working for 9 full fucking months that year. And this House GOP, 22. And they've been working all fucking year to try to convince us that Joe Biden's a criminal. And it still ain't caught on. It still ain't caught on.
Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics.
And that is the main point. And that's why Hunter Biden this morning destroyed the Republican House Nazi Party's entire narrative in less than 5 minutes. And I hope Hunter Biden keeps getting in front of the microphone and keeps calling for them to question him in public and never fucking stops. Now, they say, oh, we're going to vote on an impeachment inquiry, blah, 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 blah. Folks, let me tell you something. Yeah, the thing that Hunter Biden did this morning is make sure that Joe Biden will never be impeached in the House of Representatives. They were trying to gather up the Republican moderates, some from New York. Because if you don't know this news, the Supreme Court of New York has decided that, yes, you can redraw maps, the congressional maps in New York. And let me tell you something. I tweeted this last night, and I said this long ago. I've been saying this for a long time, that the Dems should gerrymander so fucking hard that Mark Elias has to file suit against the Democrats. That's how hard they should fucking gerrymander. Just lean into that bitch. Fuck them. Gerrymander New York so much that there's not one goddamn Republican that can win anywhere. Fuck them. It's enough of the shit. And sometimes the way to fight back is to use their own tactics. That's why I warn you against using certain tactics. Use certain tactics in our democracy in a certain way, they're going to be used back against you. And it's time we use gerrymandering back at their dumbasses. It's time. It's time we take the House. It's time we take the Senate. We secure the presidency. We make sure that governors lose everywhere. We win gains in state houses. We win in school boards and county governments everywhere. All over the country. We need sensible fucking people, and there aren't sensible people in the Republican Party, and it is clear this morning from the freak out of the MAGA clan in the House Nazi Party. Jesus Christ, they're down to a couple votes in their majority. They barely even have a majority. Last night, the wiener of the House, Mike Johnson, says his number one goal is for them to remain in power and increase their power. Not a policy that's going to help the American people. No. He didn't talk about jobs. He didn't talk about inflation. He didn't talk about the things that affect the American people, like decent fucking wages and going broke because of a medical bill. Making sure that kids start school at 3 instead of 5. Making sure parents can afford their fucking kids' lunch money. They can afford rent, the electric bill. Couldn't even bring up egg prices, milk prices, and gasoline. Fuck, he didn't even talk about Hunter Biden's dick. Only his power. That's it. That's all they give a fuck about, folks. Only their power. And that's what this is all about this morning. It's all about one person and one person only. And it ain't Hunter Biden. And it ain't Joe Biden. It's their fucking dictator, Grandpa Poopy Pants. Donnie Dictator. That's what it's about. That's who it's about. He's terrified. He's cornered. They're cornered. They aren't having good choices here. I mean, hell, the Supreme Court rejected his immunity for the E. Jean Carroll case. And if that's any kind of sign of how the Supreme Court's going to treat the Jack Smith motion, oh, he's really fucked. Especially since Jack Smith has every single bit of his cell phone data, including his Twitter DMs. And all the testimony against him from Mark Meadows, who was standing next to him as he was trying to overthrow our government. And someone brought up on Twitter, Mayo, a great friend of mine. If you're not following Spicy Mayo on Twitter, you're not doing it correctly. She asked a question. Well, I don't know. She asked a question. I think she said a bet $1 gazillion, which postulating this is not taking it too far, but I bet there's some data on his cell phone. She postulated that he wanted them to hang Mike Pence. Ruh-roh. Wouldn't that be some shit? It's down. We're down to the wire, folks. We're getting into the year of the election, in the swing of the cycle. And I can't wait to stomp the shit out of these motherfuckers. Oh, baby. There's nothing better than squashing a bunch of fascist wet dreams. It will please me more than anything you've seen. And it is you, the Pro-Democracy Coalition, that will absolutely obliterate their wet dreams. Just like smashing their wet dreams every single weekday on this show, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 11 Central, 9 Pacific, for 2 full hours. A lot of people are talking about the commercials on Twitch here. Yes, there are ads on Twitch. I know. It's kind of a pain in the ass to have ads on Twitch. I am monetized on Twitch, though. So that's kind of nice, right? It helps keep this microphone powered, because the only thing that keeps this microphone powered is you, the audience. You, the best audience in the world, keeps this microphone powered on against fascism. And let me tell you something. If you want to have ad-free viewing here on Twitch, link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, because you get 1 free subscription with Amazon Prime. Let me show you how to use it. You just go to thetonymichaels.com, hit subscribe at the top. You don't want to miss any kind of news if I'm going to email you some news. I promise I won't spam you. It's just like episodes and links that are new. But if you want to have commercial-free viewing here on Twitch, link your Amazon Prime account. All the directions are right here under memberships. Link Amazon and Twitch. If you've already done it, then you just got to resubscribe with your Amazon Prime account, and you will have commercial-free viewing here on Twitch. I'm still suspended from YouTube. It's still a thing. And, that's how it goes. But Monday we will be back on YouTube. Hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, we'll be back on Facebook as well. And then I'm sure, excuse me, I'm sure I will get banned from somewhere pretty quickly. That's just how it works with me, because I just do. Let's go to some comments. I usually don't do this in the first 30 minutes, but we're gonna do it anyways. But Bratzy says here, Tony, I'm liking Twitch. So some people are liking Twitch. Some people that came from YouTube and came from Facebook are liking Twitch. They're liking the chat in Twitch. So I appreciate that. We've got some people here that are dissenters. Big Fat Murderer. Oh boy, that sounds like a great handle. I almost couldn't guess what side of the aisle you stand on and what kind of fascist you love to have wet dreams over. Tony is delusional. Yeah, I'm completely delusional. Absolutely. All the evidence that I have absolutely bears out my delusion. You're so full of fucking shit, man. Stay here, Big Fat Murderer. Maybe you'll learn a fucking thing or two. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll pluck your head out of your ass long enough to realize that the shit I'm saying is the way everyone in the country's feeling, that you're being lied to. You're being lied to by X. You're being lied to the right-wingers, Fox News, No AN, and the mainstream media. So just hang on, big fat murderer. Holy fucking shit. Bab says she likes Twitch too. A lot of people are liking Twitch. A lot of people are liking Twitch here. So, and again, if you want to have commercial-free viewing here on Twitch, the best way to do it is to get a subscription to Twitch. And you can pay for it. You can gift other folks the subscription as well if you want to. I believe it's $5.99. And I get a piece of that, $5.99, as monetization. So you can do that. And that's one way you can get commercial-free viewing here on Twitch. Or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to your Twitch account, and that makes it free because you get one free subscription. Oh boy, Rat, they're already calling you out, man. Rat, they're calling you out. They're wondering where the AI cough is. So they've been noticing your sound effects, I guess. I guess the audience has been noticing. Rat has a soundboard in the background, and every once in a while, this rat bastard uses it to make fun of me. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, Rat. Get the hell out of here. Go back in the laboratory. Everyone notices all the great sound effects that come from the soundboard, and that rat bastard, small rat. Everyone, we're getting close to the holiday season, and we're getting down to the wire at the end of the year here. And next year, when we ramp up and that election cycle starts, boy, it's going to be some crazy shit from day to day. But I've got a lot of crazy clips to show you today. So let's get to it. Let's take a quick break. I'll bring these clips up. We'll talk about them. And I get to make fun of the House GOP. I get to make fun of Comer, Pyle, and Jim. I don't report sex crimes, Jordan. So let's get into it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
We'll be right back. Mark. 60 seconds. This is the Tony Michaels Podcast.
Are you ready for best pizza of life? Bring friends down to Pepperoni Hug Spot. Our chefs make pizza with heart and special touch. Cheese, pepperoni, vegetable, and more secret things. Need delivery? Pizzas come fast. Knock knock, who's there? Pizza magic. Eat Pepperoni Hug Spot pizza. Your tummy say thank you. Your mouth say, Pepperoni Hug Spot. It's like family, but with more cheese.
Catch Tony's Twitch stream, The Shit List Roundup, at twitch.tv/The Tony Michaels. We're back to the king of brilliance. This is the Tony Michaels Podcast.
The king of brilliance. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? We got some birthdays in the chat. One of my favorite started on Facebook. And Kalen Patterson in the chat, he agrees with me several times, but Kalen stays here. And Kalen dissents and agrees when we can, and it's Kalen's birthday. It's also Miss Loveseek's birthday and her son Phoenix, too. So I got... What else am I going to do besides sing happy birthday, right? That's what we do here on the Tony Michaels Podcast when we have audience members that have birthdays. So let's do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. So happy birthday to everyone in the chat, especially Kaylin Patterson, Miss Loveseek, and her son Phoenix. So tell them, wish them happy birthday, and happy birthday all around if I missed you. We've got it. Some people are saying, where's Gabe's commercials? Well, so we play Gabe's commercials for a long time. We'll play Gabe's commercials too. Everyone loves Gabe's commercials. I just thought we'd switch it up a bit. So I like that pizza commercial. Don't you guys like the pizza commercial? That's fucking hilarious, isn't it? That's AI pizza commercial. So, and I like pizza. So, oh boy. Let's get to some clips. The first clip I want to show you is the clip of Hunter Biden. It's the big news this morning that Hunter Biden has got out in front of the world, in front of a microphone, and basically told the GOP that come get me, bitch, come get me, come get me. Now, the craziest part is that this guy's charged with several felonies in 2 different states by the special counsel. Now, I mean, I believe that the charges are a bunch of bullshit. In that they're tax charges in most cases, and one of them is a gun charge, which really, honestly, if you go by the 2A bros interpretation of the Second Amendment, shouldn't even be crimes in the first place. I mean, they want anyone and everyone to be able to get a fucking gun. So why shouldn't someone on drugs be able to get a gun? Am I right or am I right? Right? Now, I actually believe that someone who has a drug addiction shouldn't be able to get a fucking firearm. That sounds like a good idea. And if they have firearms, they should surrender them until they get their treatment. Like, that should probably be a thing. I mean, I don't want people to be able to hurt themselves with a firearm because they're going through an addiction phase, which Hunter Biden talks about his addiction phase in this video. Now, it's 4.5 minutes long, the statement from Hunter Biden this morning, okay? So we're going to watch this, but I want to give you an idea that normally, any normal fucking timeline, a criminal defendant of federal felonies would not get out in front of a microphone and speak. And their attorneys would suggest that they not do that. That is not what you want to do while you're being investigated and indicted by federal authorities. Okay? Now, the charges against Hunter Biden are so ridiculous because they're tax fraud charges, and he has paid the taxes plus the penalties. The penalties, right? I mean, and I've talked about this before on this show, that I think it's ridiculous that we would pay money, our tax dollars, to put Hunter Biden in prison for a nonviolent crime like these tax charges that they're charging with after he paid the taxes, right? Because what they're claiming is it's fraud because he spent the money on other stuff. The problem that they have is he came up with the money and paid the money to them eventually. That's the problem that they have. So I think these charges and this trial is going to fall light on a jury because they're going to say, well, yes, he had all these problems. It was addiction. He's admitting that he did these things and he did wrong. And by admitting it, he paid the taxes plus the penalties. So why are we going to spend more time and money prosecuting him and sticking him in prison? And I hope Hunter Biden goes all the way to the end of the trial and tells the prosecutors, the federal prosecutors, to go fuck themselves. Because this is clear weaponization of government. David Weiss, who was appointed by Donald Trump to investigate Hunter Biden so that he could win against Joe Biden, that didn't work. After David Weiss did a deal with Hunter Biden, they were going to keep investigating him because of the pressure from the government. James Comer, Pyle, and Jim, I don't report sex crimes, Jordan, all coming from Donald Trump to investigate Hunter Biden and Joe Biden criminally in Delaware in the United States Attorney's Office. When that didn't work, David Weiss was pressured to seek special counsel privileges. And it still isn't working. Because even with special counsel privileges, David Weiss could only find tax crimes that they were willing to do a fucking plea deal on because Hunter Biden paid those taxes plus the penalties. Okay? Now, is Hunter Biden done some weird shit in his life? Yes. Has he done a lot of drugs? Yes. Has he paid for hookers and sex? Yes. Has he wildly used money stupidly? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Some of those things are crimes. I actually don't think they should be. I actually don't think consensual sex, even paid between two adults, should be fucking illegal. It's dumb as shit. The dumbest thing I've ever heard of is that the oldest profession ever in the history of ever is that someone can prostitute themselves and sell sex, and somehow it's consensual between adults, it's legal, and somehow it is illegal. Dumbest shit ever. Dumbest shit ever. Would you do it? Maybe not. Do you think it's immoral? Maybe so. But that is not for you to fucking decide what is moral and immoral. It is not for you to decide how Hunter Biden pays what he fucking spends money on. Jesus Christ, I criticize the richest billionaires in the country buying fucking half gazillion dollar yachts, right? Are we charging them with crimes? Huh? I mean, that seems like stupid ass spending to me. Maybe we should just investigate every single motherfucker criminally who has money and spends money, and then we should go to the ends of the earth. But we can't. We can't because the Republicans don't even want to have the IRS. They literally want to disband the government agency that basically caused fucking Hunter Biden to catch felonies. And the other felonies that he got, they don't consider them to be felonies. They want drug dealers. They want drug users. They want everyone to have fucking guns as long as you're white. And Hunter Biden's white. I hope he fights this all the way. I hope Hunter Biden stays in it. He seems like a tough motherfucker if you want to know the honest truth. I don't know if you know Hunter Biden's story, but when the guy was a little kid, he was in a car accident. Him and his brother, Beau, who is now dead because of cancer, that tragedy, they're the only two to survive. That's it. Two little boys lost their mother and their other siblings. Going through life with the only one that had a connection in that tragedy with Beau. And then to tragically lose the person that's closest to you, your brother, to cancer, a tough fought battle of cancer. That would drive anyone to do drugs or drink, self-medicate. Want to spend hordes of money trying to look for happiness, trying to find some sort of thing that you lost. We're all human, aren't we? I'm not perfect. Fuck, you guys know that. Are you perfect? No. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. Right? But this guy's been through so much shit. A lot in his life. And he's probably just damn lucky that he lived in a privileged family, in a privileged household, where his dad was a United States Senator. His stepmother was probably one of the most intelligent stepmothers and loving stepmothers that this world's ever known. He considers her his mother. Now, I know it feels weird to be talking about Hunter Biden as a human, but he is. He's a fucking human. They have held up pictures, nudes, that he took privately in a fucking public congressional hearing. They spread all his private pictures. I don't give a fuck how much you don't like the pictures of him taking pictures of him smoking crack and fucking hookers. I don't care how much you don't like them. He took them to be private, and they spread them all over the internet. That fuck with the guy's head. That fuck with you a little bit, right? You got to admit that. I mean, some of the goofing that I do on these fucking assholes every day, it fucks with their head. That's part of the intention. This is a cruel world, folks. It ain't easy to walk through this world. Everyone has their quirks. There's no one who is perfect. And the minute you think you're perfect, you're the worst of us. That's right. If you think you're perfect and you don't think you got some problems, or some shit you need to fix about you, you are the fucking problem. And this clip of Hunter Biden, and it's 4 minutes and 27 seconds. In less than 5 minutes, Hunter Biden shows the world how he relates to every single American. And how these Republicans, just because he is who he is and was born to Joe Biden, and he is Joe Biden's son, they've tried to destroy him. And yes, he admits he destroyed himself a little bit, making really bad fucking decisions. And he'll probably continue to make some bad decisions. He's human. We all do it. It's just how it works. And to prosecute and impeach Joe Biden because Hunter Biden is a human, that's some great evidence right there that they got. But more than anything, in this 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, what Hunter Biden does is make sure to note that their entire goal is to destroy his father. And one reason why they want to destroy his father is not just because he's president, but because he loves his son, no matter how imperfect he may be. And let me tell you something, folks. In this moment, in this timeline, where we have a president of the United States who seems to care only about the American people in almost every single act that he does, because he only has his legacy left. They act like he's old, he's decrepit, he's only got a few years left. Folks, he may only have a few years left. 8, 9, 10, if that. And he's spending his last years giving it to the American people. He said it the other day. If Trump wasn't running, I would drop out. He would go to the beach, spend his last remaining years with his family and his wife. Nope. He knows the stakes. He knows if he drops and he doesn't beat Trump and Trump takes power, all the bad that will come with that will be his legacy. And he wants his legacy to be the American democracy moving forward. And this democracy working for the American people because the American people engage in it. Do I think Hunter Biden's perfect? Fuck no. Do I think Joe Biden's perfect? Absolutely not. Do we need to worship Biden and act like he's our fucking messiah? Hails to the no. But he's the guy that can beat the guy who wants to be the dictator. The authoritarian who is forcing the House Nazi GOP party to somehow investigate Hunter Biden so they can impeach Joe Biden. And Hunter Biden this morning, in less than 5 minutes, absolutely slices and dices their entire narrative and tears it all to the ground. And I'm going to show it to you right now.
For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They have ridiculed my struggle with addiction. They've belittled my recovery. And they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service. For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist. During my battle with addiction, my parents were there for me. They literally saved my life. They helped me in ways that I will never be able to repay. And of course, they would never expect me to. And in the depths of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances. But to suggest that is grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There is no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen. James Comer, Jim Jordan, Jason Smith, and their colleagues have distorted the facts by cherry-picking lines from a bank statement, manipulating texts I sent, editing the testimony of my friends and former business partners, and misstating personal information that was stolen from me. There is no fairness or decency in what these Republicans are doing. They have lied over and over about every aspect of my personal and professional life. So much so that their lies have become the false facts believed by too many people. No matter how many times it is debunked, they continue to insist that my father's support of Ukraine against Russia is the result of a non-existent bribe. They displayed naked photos of me during an oversight hearing. And they have taken the light of my dad's love, for me, and presented it as darkness. They have no shame. These same committee chairmen have engaged in unprecedented political interference in what would have already been a 5-year investigation of me. Yet, here I am, Mr. Chairman, taking up your offer when you said we can bring these people in for depositions or committee hearings, whichever they choose. Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions. Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics, expose their baseless inquiry, or hear what I have to say. What are they afraid of? I'm here. I'm ready.
And there you have it. Absolutely fucking crushed their entire narrative in less than 5 minutes. I think Derek said it in the chat here, said a sober hunter is their worst nightmare. And he is. Totally their worst nightmare. They want to paint him as the guy who was on drugs, who was an addict, who was spending money lavishly on trips and rental houses and hookers and blow. That ain't the guy that they're going to be that's going to testify in public, folks. It's going to be this guy in this video. They always step on rakes. They always run face first into the truth. They really didn't think that Hunter Biden had the guts to do what he did this morning and go before the American people and answer questions. They think liberals, they think Democrats, they think people who believe in rights and liberties are fucking weaklings. And they're not. People who stand for other people's liberty because they know it means their own, that's not a fucking weakness. That's what the entire Western liberal democracy ideals are built on. And I can't wait for Hunter Biden to get in front of the American people after he's called their bluff. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. And this morning, the freak out after this, oh my God, they were freaked the fuck out. And I don't know if you noticed in the beginning, but Hunter Biden talks about in the beginning how they're in a closed door session. This is the other thing that I don't think the House GOP and Pyle was really ready for. And that is that Hunter Biden has a little bit of political savviness about him. These fucking boneheads act like Hunter Biden has gotten every dollar and every job and everything that has been given to him because his name is Biden. He didn't just get the name from his dad. He got the brains of his dad too. And everyone's experience in life is different. And Hunter's is no walk in the park. There are certain aspects of his life that have been fantastic, I'm sure, compared to others. It doesn't feel like to me that Hunter's ever had to worry about money. He's ever had to worry about paying for this or paying for that. It seems like his parents were always there to help him. He said it in his speech. But the over in the miscalculation from the Republicans here is breathtaking. Because watch their response when they came out of this committee. They're fucking terrified that Hunter Biden stood outside the Capitol and said, "Where's Hunter? I'm right here, bitch. I'm right fucking here. Let's do this." Terrified. Watch this.
Homer, do you acknowledge that you haven't answered that question and that you found no evidence of wrongdoing or criminal conduct?
We found some very serious evidence that you look at. No. The checks. There's 2 checks to Joe Biden from his brother. That the money to give Joe Biden was through influence peddling. One was through the American. You have to touch it. No. Listen.
Loan repayments that we all saw. We showed you the loan document.
That is. You don't understand loan documents. I do. Okay.
He's like, you don't understand loan scams. Okay, I totally know what a loan scam is. Trust me, I'm doing it with my brother with property in our fucking county. I understand that. I get land swaps. I get loan papers. I know loan scams. I do it all the time with my brother. Okay. And by the way. Pyle here is talking about 2 transactions. He's talking about 2 transactions with James Biden, Joe Biden's brother, not Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son. Okay, just to be clear. That's his clear-cut evidence that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were influence peddling. That his brother took a loan from Joe Biden and his brother paid the loan back with no interest. That's his evidence. It's really fucking crazy. And then for Nancy Mace, I don't know if you know who this fucking trunt is. But Nancy Mace to stand there and be like, "Oh yeah, where's the loan documents? Where's those at? Huh?" And the journalist's like, we got the loan doc. What are you talking about? We have them. We've seen them. And then Pyle just absolutely steps all over Nancy Mason's like, yeah, you did see the loan documents, but you don't know what a loan scam looks like. Trust me, I know what a loan scam looks like. I do it all the time. Okay? All right? What in the fuck is wrong with these people? You know what's wrong with them? Their entire party. Their entire fucking personality. Their entire basis of power is all built on a foundation of fucking lies. All of it. The whole motherfucker. It ain't just the Hunter Biden shit. It ain't just the Joe Biden shit that's built on fucking lies. The entirety of their political fucking influence and power is all built on lies. Canadian Laser says, lies, fear, and hate. Well, the lies breed the fear and hate. That's the point. That's the feature. It's not a bug. It's a feature of the Republican Party. Let's continue with Comer Pyle's nonsense here. It's hilarious.
If I wrote you, if you pay me back $240,000 for a loan repayment, I should have a check going to you for $240,000.
Joe Biden's attorneys of inventing
the law firm that represented all the shell companies. That represented all the shell companies.
You think those lawyers have
what do you think? You're defending them. I mean, you're acting as if
you're defending them. I love that. I love how the press actually questioning their evidence and how they gathered the evidence and how they're seeing the evidence. I love how the press questioning them. You're the one bringing the evidence. You're the one bringing the charges. You're the ones that want to impeach tree dish Joe Biden so fucking bad. You're the one. And you say this shit is the evidence of why you should impeach Joe Biden. That's what you're saying. You're saying that. And the press is questioning you and challenging you, making you defend your evidence. And somehow that's a defense of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. They're defending fucking the American people from your dumbass lying to us. That's the press's job, motherfucker. That's their job. Their job is to question you, Mr. Chairman of the Oversight Committee, when you present evidence to the American people through the American People's Oversight Committee. That's our fucking committee, bitch, not yours. That's our fucking committee. You have the privilege of being the chairman of that committee. You fucking little cunt. That's the one thing these motherfuckers don't ever get to. Their power is given to them by us. And the press is there to question them for us. This is why I get so fucking mad when the mainstream media and the press doesn't do their fucking job. And doesn't do their fucking job properly. And this sorry little piece of shit is a pussy-ass bitch. Can't even defend the evidence that he has gathered after he calls it evidence because it's not. It's fucking not. They can't defend it because it's a bunch of fucking lies. It's lies, 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 lies. And the only reason why they're doing it, there's only one reason. One reason why they're doing this stupid fucking exercise in the first place. Because Donald Trump's telling them to. Donnie Dictator is these motherfuckers' overlord. He is the authoritarian of the Republican Party. And when he says eat the shit sandwich, they have to gobble that motherfucker down. Oh, man. And they gotta fucking eat every single little fucking dingleberry of that shit sandwich out of his fucking ass. Every fucking last bit of it. And they gotta act like they fucking love it. And they gotta act like they want more shit sandwiches. Because that's how authoritarianism fucking works. My friend that I was talking to on the phone the other day, he jokingly said that he might vote for RFK Jr. I told him, don't do that. Vote for Trump. Please, vote for Trump. If you're going to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. And he laughed. I said, I'm dead serious. He said, why? I said, because I care about you. He said, what do you mean? I said, I care about you. And if Trump wins, if these fucking scumbags win all the power in this country, and they put people like Ken Paxton as the attorney general, They're going to go state by state by state, and they're going to find out who wasn't eating the shit sandwich. They're going to find out that you voted for RFK Jr. They're going to find that shit out, and you and your family are not going to be fucking safe. So be safe. If you're going to vote for Donald Trump, vote for him. Because at least when the Nazi SS comes around house to house to house with a voter registration, seeing that you didn't vote for Trump, I want you and your family to be safe from those fucking Nazis. Doubt me. You fucking doubt me. If they're willing to go after Hunter Biden and flash his fucking private nudes in an open committee, lie about some fucking loan that is easily provable for truck payments, for crying out loud, and what Ken Paxton will do to women in Texas if they put Donald Trump in power and this fucking little cunt in power again, and you make fucking Ken Paxton the Attorney General of the United States, you don't think they're gonna come after you? You need your fucking head checked. And I implored my friend, if you're gonna vote for Trump and you want to put him in power because you're stupid and you think a vote for RFK is cute, don't do it. Don't do it. They're gonna come after you. Because when they get rid of the dissenters like me, who are loud and proud and won't shut the fuck up, they'll come after the quiet dissenters. And they won't stop there either. They won't stop there. Just like they're not stopping with Hunter Biden and James Biden. Because Donald Trump tells them to, motherfuckers. You think these fucking idiots want to do this stupid shit? You think this is how they want to spend their fucking days? Is being sycophants, being forced to force feed this sludge down America's throat? You think they love Donald Trump? You are out of your fucking mind. This is not how authoritarianism works. That's a daydream. I'm telling you how fucking authoritarian works. I'm telling you how, if he becomes the dictator of the United States of America, just like he is the fucking Republican Party, how it's going to fucking work and how it's going to go. That's the reality. This fucking stupid idea that, oh, well, he'll use the military and he'll make sure to change laws and he'll close the border and he'll do this and no. He's going to use the same tactic that he's using now, but with brute fucking bloody force. And they're going to be watching you, folks. With the technology that they have, why do you think fucking the wiener of the house, Micro Johnson, brags about his fucking porn swapping app with his teenage son? Just like Carville said yesterday in that clip. They're going to surveil you, motherfuckers. And if you go mark your vote for RFK Jr. or anyone else but Trump, they're going to come get you. I mean, it'll be, here's what'll happen. It'll be the loud dissenters first. I'm one of the first motherfuckers to go. And I'll be, oh man, it's going to be a fucking show. Oh man, it's going to be a fucking show if that happens. I will burn this motherfucker to the ground. The roof is on fire. Burn, motherfucker, burn. But the loud dissenters will be first. And then it will be the people who violently help Trump take power. Those will be next. That's right. He'll start killing off MAGA. Because they're going to go, wait, this isn't what we signed up for. We just thought you were going to make sure people weren't getting abortions. And that you were going to get rid of wokeism. And he's going to say, yeah, we are. We're exterminating wokeism. Just like Nick Fuentes told you in the fucking video yesterday, folks. They're not fucking kidding. They're not fucking kidding. That's how it fucking works. And when the most violent of the MAGA start to dissent against, whoa, we didn't think this is what you were going to do, they're gone. Gone. Done. See ya. Adios. And they will systematically go around the country and they will find the silent dissenters. How do you think it fucking happened in Nazi Germany? Huh? How do you think it happens in any authoritarian regime? Huh? Dictators aren't dictators for a fucking day, folks. Just like Donald Trump is using his dictatorial power over the Republican Party in this country to prosecute Hunter Biden in the open public and James Biden in the open public, he will use on you. It'll be much bloodier. It'll be much deadlier. I mean, just look at what has happened in Russia with Alexei Navalny. Where the fuck is he, huh? Where the fuck is Alexei Navalny, huh? Where the fuck is he? That's news. I don't know if you know that. Alexei Navalny was in a prison. They were supposed to move him, and he disappeared. Poof! A Putin magic act. Why do you think Trump wants to be Putin so bad? He wants to disappear his enemies. Oh, who the hell knows what happened to all these people? Who knows? It's time. It's time we realize what the fuck is going on. And what the fuck is going on here is these idiots are listening to their authoritarian leader, their dictator, Donnie Dictator. Their orange mango Mussolini Jesus. And they're taking orders. And they have to do this no matter what. No matter what, they have to do this. No matter what. The orders have been given. And they will continue with the stupidity.
Positive that money came from Joe Biden. You've read it? Are you positive? Look, we have a lot of questions. Next question.
Are you going for
We got a lot of questions. Next question. The stupidity will continue. It's not going to quit. Not going to quit. Why would they quit? I mean, if they quit now, they're done. Why do you think Ken Buck retired and he's not going to continue as a congressperson? He dissented. Openly dissented. He can't be in the Republican Party. He can't do that. What are you talking about? That's the most ridiculous thing ever. He can't do that. Here's Jim, I don't report sex crimes, Jordan, carrying out his authoritarian orders. Let's listen.
People in for an interview behind closed doors where you can get those facts. And then, as the chairman said, we'd love for him to come public. Finally, I would say this. Mr. Biden's counsel and the White House have both argued that the reason he couldn't come for a deposition was because there wasn't a formal vote for an impeachment inquiry. Well, that's going to happen in a few hours. We think it's going to pass. We think the House of Representatives will go on record with the power that solely resides in the House to say we are in an official impeachment inquiry phase of our oversight. And when that happens, we'll see what their excuse is then. They should have been here today, but once we take that vote, we expect him to come in for his interview, for his deposition. And frankly, we'll also, I think, look at contempt proceedings as we move forward.
Oh, well, he's so confident in the impeachment inquiry, just like he was confident that he was going to be speaker 3 times in a row, that he fucking lost. Jokes. The reason why this feels like such a fucking joke, and the reason why this is so stupid, we're in the dumbest timeline ever in the history of ever. It's the dumbest. It is the fucking dumbest shit. is because their dictator is the dumbest ever. And when you have a really stupid fucking dictator, you get really stupid fucking lieutenants. I mean, listen to this shit from James Comer. I mean, you got Marjorie fucking Petty Hooffoot Green back here looking like she just farted. But listen to what James Comer says. He says it out loud. Listen to what he says out loud.
This has been, I think, the most transparent political.
It's a what? It's been the most transparent. What? Say it again. Let's listen to it again.
This has been,
yeah?
I think, the most transparent political congressional investigation since I've been in Congress for 7 years.
Yeah, he got it right the first time. He got it right the first time. It is the most transparent political investigation in his time in Congress. Because it is transparent that it is political. All of it. And Hunter Biden showed that this morning and smashed it up with a fucking hammer. Good. So much so that Fox News doesn't even know what the fuck to say. Jason Chaffetz, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Jason Chaffetz used to be the chairman of the Oversight Committee. He's a former congressman from Utah. Now he's a paid commentator on Fox News. He left Congress to go take a job at Fox, to be a fucking shithead on Fox. And honestly, I couldn't tell you how happy I am that a shithead like Jason Chaffetz quits his fucking congressional seat to go be a shithead somewhere else. Don't be a shithead in our fucking government. Go be a shithead on fucking some obscure fucking TV channel that wants to parade around as news. Good. That's where you belong, motherfucker. But listen, this morning, after Hunter Biden gave his statement, how Fox News responded. They were fucking pissed that Hunter Biden smashed this shit up with a hammer. Watch.
Okay. Jason Chaffetz, we've got 3 minutes. Fill one of them.
Oh, my God. Jason Chaffetz, we got 3 minutes to fill. We're totally fucked. Oh man, this looks horrible. He absolutely fucking destroyed our entire narrative on our entire cable TV news station. We got 3 minutes to fill. Please, if you can, fill one of them. Are you fucking shitting me? Okay, well, go ahead, Jason, with your 1 minute of bullshit. That's how he filled 30 seconds of it. Oh, man. And he admits it here that they get dunked in the trash. And the reason why he admits that you get dunked in the trash is what every fucking shithead ever does. All the shit eaters do it. Every fucking last one of them. They say the exact opposite of what just happened. This is why I don't bullshit you. Like a lot of lefties and a lot of liberals will do the same thing that Jason Chaffetz does here. Something will happen and then they'll say the exact opposite of what happened because they can't fucking figure out a way to develop a piece of commentary or defense for it. They have no fucking clue. I'm going to show you someone who does. I'm going to show you someone who's fucking a master at this. I mean, me, of course. I'm a master at this. I'm the king of brilliance, folks. I'm the fucking king of brilliance. But not me, someone else. I'll show you someone else who's really good at this that I'm really excited about. But they all do this. Let me back it up to that point where they say about the... and then we'll listen to Jason Chaffetz bullshit half a minute.
Jason Chaffetz, we've got 3 minutes. Fill one of them.
It's been said, oh, Hunter Biden won the hour. I totally disagree with that.
It's said that Hunter Biden won the hour. I totally disagree with that because I have to, because I'm going to get in big trouble with Donald Trump if I don't say that. If I don't say that, if he wins, I'm fucked. Oh my God. Me and my family are in big trouble. You don't think the Nazis know how Nazis work? Are you sitting there saying that you don't know that the Nazis don't know how Nazis work? Is that what you're thinking? Oh, they absolutely know. The Nazis know how much peril it is and how important it's going to be with the dictator the entire time. Oh, they know. Fuck yeah, they know. They absolutely 100% understand that if they dissent, they're done. They're done. It's why so many people give Mitt Romney, Ken Buck, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger so much credit for courage, because they're dissenting. And really, honestly, that's probably the biggest part of their courage, right? They're not heroes. And they're doing the bare minimum by admitting the truth? Well, some of it. Some of it. But their courage really comes from they completely understand what right-wingers will do to them. I mean, we got this guy in the chat. He's got murder in his fucking handle. Big fat murderer. Look, he says I'm fucked. I don't know if I'm fucked or someone else is fucked. See? Big fat murderer. Right? Murderer. They know. They know. They know the game. They get it. They fucking get it. Well, let me show you someone who gets narrative and who is also a king of fucking brilliance and understands how to dunk these sumbitches in the trash. That is the future Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries. And let me tell you something about Hakeem Jeffries before I play this clip. And I want to give you the optimism, because I know today a lot of people are like, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking harsh reality. But that's only if we don't do our jobs, okay? That's only if we don't do our jobs. Are you ready to do your job? I mean, I'm ready to fucking do it. I do my job every fucking day. But I've only got one microphone. You have thousands of them. Thousands of microphones that you have. I only got one. But Hakeem Jeffries here is going to be the longest serving Speaker of the House. That's right. He will be the longest serving Speaker of the House. And he's going to be one of the most effective Speakers of the House. So let's listen to Hakeem Jeffries, also a king of brilliance.
You believe that's explicitly the case, that because the former president has tweeted about this, because his allies have certainly pushed this throughout much of this Congress, that's why this is happening. That's the only reason this is happening.
There are no facts. There is no evidence. There is no basis in law for this illegitimate impeachment inquiry. And so the only reasonable conclusion I believe that people can reach is that the Republicans have been directed to execute this political hit, this political stunt, engage in this political gamesmanship as it relates to President Joe Biden as part of an effort to try to take him down in advance of the 2024 presidential election. It's not going to work because the American people will be focused on the issues. And we as House Democrats, the president, Senate Democrats, we're going to continue to put people over politics and focus on the things that matter, making a difference in the lives of everyday Americans, on the economy, on healthcare, on a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive healthcare decisions.
Bam. On point every single time. Now, I have to say that this show is having an effect. And it's because of you, the audience. It really is. I mean, I sit here every day and yell and scream into the microphone. But I've been saying for months and months and months that the Republican House GOP is an authoritarian group of people, and they only take their fucking marching orders from one person. I said it when Kevin McCarthy was the speaker, if you can remember that long ago. And because of you, because you come and listen, and because this narrative, the real narrative that the Democratic Party should have, leaks out into the fucking public, into the ether, you have Hakeem Jeffries start saying the shit that's being said on this show. And it ain't because I'm the king of brilliance. But it's the obvious fucking shit. It's an obvious narrative that the Democratic Party, if they want to win, should have. It's not hard to understand these things. And I know a lot of times you folks don't agree with me. That's fine. You're not supposed to agree with every fucking thing I say. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's just not. If you agree with every single fucking thing I say, you might want to check yourself a little bit. You should doubt me. That's why I say doubt me. Doubt me. I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to challenge your fucking ideas. And that's how we move forward. That's how we move past this just absolute stupid timeline. But that narrative is leaking all the way into the minority leader, folks. Eventually, Democrats, elected Democrats, will be calling Republicans Nazis. The mainstream media will call Republican elected officials and candidates Nazis. I've been doing it for 3 goddamn years. I've been pointing it out for 3 goddamn years. I will continue to point it out. But that narrative is leaking into the mainstream. And the more I yell and the more I scream, but the more you listen and the more you get others to listen, whether it's the whole show or clips, are just typing in that narrative. Steal it from me. I don't care. Steal it and go say it out loud. Because again, I've only got one microphone. You got thousands of them. Just like Liz Cheney, let me show you. You know, a lot of people don't agree with how far I go with Liz Cheney. By the way, they're my opinions, so I don't give a shit. But there's a method to my madness, folks. There really is. Liz Cheney will not say what she needs to say to the American people to make sure that her words don't fall on deaf ears. Okay? Let me show you how narrative works. They're paying attention. This is a clip that is posted from the Stephen Colbert Show. I'm going to play it here. I might get some kind of fucking strike, but I don't give a shit. This is for the good of the country. I'm serious about this. Republican Accountability posted this clip of her. Great screenshot, by the way. Great freeze frame on the Colbert Report talking about her book, right? Now, I said in this, I feel like Liz Cheney is hearing what I and others have been saying. See if you can spot it. See if you can spot it here.
I think the Republican Party has people who have been in the party have a particular duty to stand against where we are today. And I also think we all have to recognize he's using a fascist playbook. I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying. He's taking the same steps that we have seen people all around the world take in the past. And
oh, okay. So Liz, so you know, you're very aware, it seems, of the fascist playbook. Huh. Just what I said, that she was fully aware of the fascist playbook. Fucking fully aware. She knows how it works. Not only does she know how it works, she was 3rd in leadership in the House caucus. Okay? 3rd in leadership. She was in all the leadership meetings in 2020 leading up to the election and after the election up until January 6th. Fuck, she admits it in her book. On January 4th, she was on a phone call when they let loose the plans on a fucking phone call about how they were going to commit a coup. Keep going, Liz. Let's see if you get to the part where you apologize for your role in it.
The chat.
Ooh, she wants to, oh, so bad. So bad. Tony Michaels is living in her fucking brain, telling her, apologize. Say it. Tell us what the fuck you did. Tell us what you did. If you tell us what you did and you apologize for what you did and you admit it, maybe, just maybe, your bullshit won't fall on deaf ears. Keep going. Let's see if she does it.
The challenge for us as Americans
is
not to say to ourselves, well, that can never happen here. the people who are claiming that he is, going to unravel the Constitution if he's elected again are catastrophizing. We can't go down that path. We have to understand this is a very real threat, and
it is.
There'll be a lot of time for us to debate how we got to this place.
Oh, there will be a lot of time for us to debate how we got to this place. Liz Cheney does not want to do what I'm telling her to do. And the reason why is because there is, I don't know if you know this about Republicans. I don't know if you know this about this fucking scumbag. That's right. This fucking scumbag right here. This one. Liz Cheney. She's a fucking scumbag. I don't know if you know this about her. She does the same thing with gun control. Okay? That's the same fucking line she uses. It's the same old Republican talking point. Oh, this is no time to debate this issue, okay? We must stay focused on the issue, and that is definitely not my culpability in this. They're not going to debate shit after this is over, folks. That's what I keep telling you about this stupid fucking idiot. Liz Cheney, when Trump is done and gone, she's going to go back to being the good old Liz Cheney who caused Trump, and she's going to try to do it again. That's right. She will do the exact same shit that she did before again, if we fucking let her. And the only way we don't let her is we don't turn her into a fucking hero, because she ain't no fucking hero. We don't believe her fucking lies, because they're fucking lies. And we force her to repent for the shit she did to our country. Because, folks, she was part of it. She did this to us. She put us in this situation. Period. Period. Let's see if she admits it at the end here. Let's see.
But right now, we have to stand together as Americans to stop him.
Okay. Yep. I want to be on your team, but I definitely don't want to be held accountable for the shit I did to the country. That's what she's saying. That's what the fuck she's saying. She's so close. She's so fucking close, folks. So fucking close to it. And the only reason why is because you listen to this. Oh, go out there and find anyone who had the guts to say what I said about Liz Cheney all this time. All the time. The day that Liz Cheney went to the House floor, the day she went to the House floor and she fucking admitted that Trump lost, I fucking burnt her to the ground, and I've been burning her ever fucking since. It took her 190 days to admit on the House floor as third in leadership, even after January 6th, even after the fucking phone call where she knew he was going to try to tear down our democracy. It took 190 days after that election for her to go to the House floor and admit that he fucking lost. She would have been okay with it if he would have got away with it. Debate it after the fact? Oh, yeah, we can have that debate later. We can have that debate later when there will be no debates to have. Same old fucking Republican talking point. But man, is she getting close. She knows we're on to her. And the reason why we're on to her is because we're brave enough to say the fucking real shit out loud. That's why. Because of independent microphones like mine. I'm not tied to no group. No one tells me what the fuck to say. Hell, a lot of people tell me I should stop talking about this Liz Cheney thing, but I only point it out because I'm trying to show you the power that you have. This is your power. This is your narrative. It's yours. You get to carry the water in our democracy. You don't have to have it dumped all over you and get soaking wet by these motherfuckers. It is you. So I appreciate Republicans for Accountability posting that clip, because they really post it like, oh man, Liz Cheney's so great. So great. Look at her. Look at her. She's really working against Trump. And they don't get what she even fucking said in the clip or why she even said it. They don't get it. Don't get it. Speaking of worthless fucking GOP, here's that clip from Rachel Maddow's show about the most worthless Congress in history.
That Congress from March 1931 to March 1932 passed a grand total of 21 bills that were signed into law over the course of the whole year. That's the lowest of any year in Congress ever. And that year, Congress actually waited 9 months before ever convening a single session in Washington. They basically took the first 9 months of the year off. So all 21 of the bills that Congress passed that entire year were passed in just the last 3 months. And that is the record, the nadir, the all-time low in terms of congressional history, just 21 laws passed in a whole year. This week officially marks the end of this Congress's first full year. The number of bills passed by this Congress and signed into law so far is 22. We're so close, you guys.
I wonder if they've been spending too much time looking at Hunter Biden dick pics. Huh? What do you think? You think they've been a little fucking distracted by evidence that doesn't exist, trying to fucking figure out how to make something look nefarious when it's not nefarious? Huh? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm off my rocker. Could be. Maybe not. But they're weaklings. They're cowards. They won't even... James Comer Pyle won't even go on Fox News anymore because they ask him questions. I'm going to show it to you. Here, let me show you the clip from Fox News where Steve Doocy is asking Comer Pyle a question. Just asking a question. He just, I mean, it's reasonable to, like, as a member of the press, you know, ask a question when someone's providing evidence and it doesn't seem like evidence and it doesn't seem like anything that they're saying is true. I mean, it's kind of appropriate to ask a question about it. It really is. I mean, don't you think? Isn't that the press's job? Even though Steve Doocy isn't very good at being the press and Fox News is shit because it's on Fox, quote, news. But listen to this. They've even lost Doocy on Fox News. Listen.
Absolutely. If they have the stuff. I mean, the Republicans at this point don't have, they've got a lot of ledgers and spreadsheets, but they have not connected the dots. They've connected the dots, the Department of Justice did on Hunter, but they have not shown where Joe Biden, did anything illegally.
Oh, my God. That's Fox News, folks. Fox and Friends. That's their flagship morning show. And their flagship reporter, Steve Doocy, their host, their hostess with the mostest. But James Comer is terrified of being asked a real question. Oh, scared to death of it. Listen to what he says on Newsmax here about being questioned about facts and his evidence on Fox News. Listen.
We're waiting for, you need to hear these people try and connect. They're trying to excuse themselves or prove their innocence. Why would Doocy say, if all the work you've done, that you have nothing? Why do you think that is?
Well, he's had that position from the very beginning. I've quit going on Fox and Friends because of Doocy. I mean, he's the one guy on Fox that's been very critical of the investigation. I have my theory why. We'll talk about that at a later point. But at the end of the day, he's entitled to his opinion. But I don't think the average viewer of Fox News agrees with Doocy one.
He challenges me. What a fucking pussy. What a fucking pussy Comer Pyle is. Are you fucking serious? You can't take a challenge. Listen to me. Listen to me. You people challenge me every day in the chat. And when I spot one, I try to bring it up when you guys challenge me so I can defend my position. I'm willing to defend my position. I'm willing to defend my commentary. I'm willing to defend my visceral rhetoric. I'm willing to defend it. Because I'm not a fucking coward. Anyone who gets upset because someone challenges their opinion because they're being challenged, that's why you're upset. If you're upset because you're being challenged, you're a fucking pussy. You're a coward and you're feckless. Quit your fucking crying, you little bitch. Defend your position. Defend it. And if you can't handle a little pushback, then you don't deserve to be in politics, period. And I don't care if you're the actual politician. I don't care if you're a staffer. I don't care if you're a commentator. I don't give a fuck. If you can't handle a little bit of dissent and you can't handle a little bit of pushback, you don't deserve to be in this fucking business, period. This clip should be enough for James Comer's constituents to vote him out of office. That he can't handle a member of the press challenging him. That's the whole motherfucking point. And if the press would do more of that, if they actually did more of that on Fox News, then it wouldn't be such a fucking dumpster fire over there. And America would wake up and smell the goddamn truth. But because this guy is fucking feckless and can't even defend not only his position, but what he's calling evidence for an impeachment. Folks, I don't know if you know this, but impeachment is a serious fucking issue in our government. Like, it's a serious fucking thing. It's a long, clunky process, too. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you paid attention to the impeachment inquiry and the impeachment of Donald Trump when he was pressuring the president of Ukraine to try to prosecute Joe Biden and Hunter Biden so that he could win an election. That kind of sounds familiar now that I say that shit out loud. I wonder what it could be. I wonder if fascists are ever creative and they ever change their tactics. I wonder what it could be that sounds so fucking familiar. But if you watch that impeachment process, it was long. It was a long, hard slog, and they had to actually prove every single thing, tick by tock, of how they were going to impeach Donald Trump. And they did the first time. Now, the second one was really fast, and the reason why it was really fast is because it needed speed. And they still were derelict in their duty. Jesus Christ, can you imagine in the first impeachment if they would have voted to impeach him, which they should have, and 14th his ass? We would not be in the situation we're in, folks. I have no idea where we'd be. Maybe Mike Pence would have listened to Anthony Fauci and not used him as a scapegoat when things went south. Maybe Mike Pence would have listened to Anthony Fauci. He would have brought the country together in 2020 during the pandemic. And if he would have done that as the president of the United States, maybe Joe Biden wouldn't have been the nominee. Maybe Joe Biden would have lost to Mike Pence. Maybe we'd have President fucking Chastity Belt. I don't know. You can postulate a lot of different things that the Republicans would have done what they were supposed to do, which was dunk that fucking orange idiot in the trash then. What about the second impeachment? They fucked up the first one. They know they fucked up the first one because he kept his power, and then he tried to overturn our government with a violent mob. Fuck, they were in the building and they were threatening to kill them if they weren't going to fucking capitulate to the wannabe dictator. You think the second time around they would have come to their senses and fucking got rid of that son of a bitch and 14th him the proper way so that he can never regain power again. And they didn't. They didn't. Because they're fucking cowards. They can't even handle a pushback from a member of the press. A lot of people are liking President Chastity Belt. I mean, I'm right, ain't I? Come on, I'm fucking right? You gotta know I'm right. He totally loves chastity belts. I mean, his wife puts one on him. I mean, he can't even be in a room with another woman alone because he can't trust himself. That's why I assume that he wears a chastity belt. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be. But people are saying, because I'm saying it. Some people are saying they're debating. You mean the House? Yeah, let's go to C-SPAN and check it out. Let's see if there is a live feed that we can check out. These fucking chuckleheads trying to do the thing that they shouldn't be doing, which is impeaching Joe Biden. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. They're debating an impeachment inquiry resolution. What's your over/under? What do you think? Is this thing gonna fucking fail? I don't know. Are you gonna you want me to call it here? You want me to call to see how I feel about it? Whether it should be I mean, I can. I'll do it. I'll do it if you want me to. I actually think it's gonna fail. I don't think it's gonna succeed. But here, let's go to the House and see if we can listen to
The problem is it's very difficult to see an innocent explanation for all of the incidents.
Mm-hmm.
The FBI, the DOJ, the IRS, and the president's political operation have all frustrated attempts to investigate the Bidens. Obstruction is a crime, and it's no less of a crime if it's being used within the highest powers of government to perpetrate that coercion. Take all of the politics out of this.
Does it feel like
there
this
is
guy's
no
sincere?
investigator in
like
any jurisdiction in the world that would not continue to investigate this investigation with these facts? The purpose of the impeachment inquiry is for the House to authorize impeachment and strengthen its ability to compel testimony and document production.
I'm going to mute this for a second. I'm going to tell you, this is Kelly Armstrong. I don't know where he's from. But if this is the guy that they got on the floor to make a good case for this, this sounds pretty fucking flimsy. I'm not going to lie. North Dakota. Rats on the soundboard there. This guy's from North Dakota. Representative Armstrong. But if you hear his words here, let me unmute him.
Into Hunter and Joe Biden. This inquiry is warranted. It will put the House of Representatives in the best legal position possible to uncover the facts, and the American people deserve nothing less.
The American people deserve nothing less. A lot of people are complaining again about the commercials on Twitch. Look, we're monetized on Twitch, and that means there's ads. One way that you can do it while we're speaking about this is you can subscribe to Twitch. A lot of people are liking Twitch. I monetize there, maybe. I mean, I would like if that's why you like it. Maybe I froze. I don't know. It seems like because my screen is freezing. There's a lot of. Hang on. Let me go back to this. Yeah. Let me see if I can turn down the closed caption on. I don't know if I can turn down the quality of this video. Hey, Rat, can you try to see if you can find me a feed on C-SPAN, like on YouTube, so I can turn down the quality on it? I can't turn it down on their website, and it's like fucking eating my bandwidth over here. But a lot of people are talking about the commercials. If you like to be on Twitch and you want to watch on Twitch, or if you just want to support the show, what you can do is you can just you can subscribe to Twitch. Now, you can either buy the subscription, but don't do it yet. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Prime account to your Twitch account. Let me show you how to do that. It's very easy. We've got directions on how to do it, and because you get one free subscription to Twitch, so it'll be commercial-free viewing while you're here on Twitch, and it supports the show. You just go to theTonyMichaels.com. You pan on down to memberships. It's right here. It's link Amazon and Twitch. That's all you got to do is click on that. That's the directions to go link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and you get one free subscription. And if you have renewed your subscription, that will also help. Let's see if we can. Okay, looks like Rat's got a. And let's see if I can turn the. Turn this down a bit, and we'll turn it down to. There we go. We'll turn down the quality a little bit. That way we're not freezing up. Here's Representative McGovern.
It has no legitimacy and no integrity. I urge my colleagues to vote no, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. Members are reminded to direct their comments to the chair and not to perceive the viewing audience. Gentleman from Oklahoma is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I yield myself the balance of my time. And in closing, I urge all my colleagues to support the resolution. We've heard a lot today, heard a lot about Donald Trump. We've had ad infinitum insults to the majority. We've had pejorative language. We've had pounding on the table. And why? Simply because we want to empower 3 committees of Congress to do what the White House asked us to do, that is, have a formal vote on the floor before we fully cooperate. That's all we're doing. If my friends are so confident, again, as one of my colleagues mentioned from the Rules Committee, what are you worried about? It's an investigation. It's open. We hardly talked about what the resolution's about, which is how we're going to proceed. And how are we going to proceed? Almost exactly as my friends proceeded in 2019. Their playbook, their play, their approach. So there's nothing unfair that we're asking to be done. Since September, the House has been engaged in an impeachment inquiry examining whether sufficient grounds exist for the House to exercise constitutional power to impeach the President of the United States. Today's resolution simply formalizes that inquiry and grants the House full authority to enforce its subpoenas. Subpoenas that have been denied as recently as today. You know, my friends have some pretty experienced lawyers on their side. Most of them would tell you it's better to have a deposition before you have a hearing.
It's really funny that Tom Cole would bring up subpoenas that aren't being done properly, because the guy that was trying to be the Speaker of the House, and I think Tom Cole voted for him 3 times, Jim Jordan, is still defying a subpoena. So it's real rich for him to say that.
To continue their existing inquiries. At the end of the inquiry, it provides for the Judiciary Committee, the traditional impeachment committee, to report to the House resolutions, articles of impeachment, or other recommendations. It's deeply unfortunate that we're here, Mr. Speaker, but today's resolution will ensure that the House can fulfill its obligations under the Constitution. And so it is with respect for the Constitution, for this institution, and for this great nation that we proceed. That's all we're trying to do today. We had very little discussion of that, but we ought to entertain that. In closing, Mr. Speaker, I want to remind everybody of a few facts. We have millions of dollars from foreign entities that have flowed towards shell companies that we didn't know even existed until the investigations uncovered that.
Oh my God, that's the point of a shell company, is that you don't know it exists.
Public servants
okay,
of long standing that have come in and told us their efforts to investigate the either Hunter Biden or the wider schemes have been obstructed.
What about Joe Biden? What about Joe Biden? You're impeaching Joe, not Hunter.
Concerned about.
Get with it, Tom Cole.
Need to be empowered with the tools that are required to pursue the truth, and then come back and tell us what they found and have a recommendation as to how we could proceed. That's all today is about. So, Mr. Speaker, I yield back the balance of my time, and I move the previous question on the resolution.
The gentleman yields back. The question is on ordering the previous question on the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I ask for the yeas and nays.
Yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays have been requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered.
Wait. I want to go back. I want to ask Gabe Sanchez something. I heard yeas and nays. But here, right here.
And risen, the yeas and nays are ordered.
Damn it. Hang on.
A few facts.
Gabe Sanchez, I want to ask you a question.
Foreign entities.
And it's about the subtitles.
Standing. Come in. And
God damn it. Come on.
The gentleman yields back.
Here we go.
The question
Wait for
is
it.
on ordering
Wait
the
for it,
previous
Gabe Sanchez.
question on the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Of course, the opinion of the chair.
I ask for the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays have been requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise.
Does it say by the Asian nays? That's what it says. It says by the Asian nays.
I think it was meant to say mayonnaise.
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 Oh man. Let me ask you. I know you watched the statement from Hunter Biden this morning,
Yeah.
and apparently the opinion on Fox News is that their opinion is the exact opposite of everyone else who watched it with their eyes. Is that Hunter Biden didn't actually win the day today? But what was your opinion?
Yeah, he won. I mean, like objectively, because people also need to remember that obviously after Fox News paid out $787.5 million to Dominion, they've had to be very careful about what they can say and just let other people talk. They'll ask questions. Ducey has been asking questions like, do you have any evidence? Bartiromo has been like, do you have any evidence? Do you have any proof? What's going on with the informant? Because we have to remember the informant not only went missing, but then we find out that informant that went missing that they said, oh, they're in the spy game, was BLUFF, who actually was who was trafficking trafficking weapons and selling oil with Iran, and was a Chinese, an agent of China. Then you find out that there was another informant that was a Russian oligarch, and that none of them had talked to this guy for 3 years. And I found that clip. I totally forgot about that one because I'm doing a what was that on James Comer and how he just continues to embarrass and humiliate himself on TV. But he has gone on shows. He went on CNN on Friday. He went on Fox and Friends not too long ago. But now he's like, oh, I don't go on those shows because they're low IQ shows. So now he's only defaulted to going on Newsmax to shit on Fox and Friends, Steve Ducey, as well as anyone else on CNN, Jake Tapper, and the like. He's trying to make an excuse to be like, oh, well, Weiss indicted Hunter Biden so that he could avoid having to show up. Well, he showed up today. He showed up today to say, look, I'm not going to do this whole private, behind the door, hidden kind of game, because he did it before with Devin Archer, and it played out exactly like we all suspected. There was no proof. There was no evidence. Even when Andy Biggs was asked the question outside after the meeting, it said,
yeah, when they were chasing him towards his
car, like, was there a bribe? And he goes, I don't know anything about a bribe. There was nothing that was talked about. He said he didn't have a phone call. He said he knew nothing about it. Then on top of that, when I mean, I'm literally having debates with people in my comments right now because they're like, oh, well, there's a whole different process. Look, the only reason that Jim Jordan and James Comer want to have a closed door session again is because they want the ability to manipulate what is being fed into the mainstream media about what the transcripts are, because nobody reads. Everyone likes to watch pretty pictures and watch videos. That's what they do. Let's just admit that. But the idea that you're going to expect millions of people to read a transcript and find the key details and questions in there, give me a fucking break. So Hunter Biden and his lawyer called him out, and they showed up today and said, look, I'm here. Look out the fucking window if you want to see me. I am out here having a conference right now. Bring me in a public setting and let's do this. Because if you don't, it only shows. And the other thing too is the fact that James Comer is saying that Fox and Friends and Steve Ducey is a complete train wreck of a show and doesn't want to go on there anymore shows you how little evidence James Comer has.
Well, I don't know. James Comer won the day today with this because he said the quiet part out loud. Unfortunately, here, you would call it a Freudian slip, but I would just say that the lies didn't cover up the truth. The truth slipped out of his mouth. Let's watch.
This has been, I think, the most transparent political or congressional investigation since I've been in Congress for 7 years.
I haven't done shit for 7 years, and now this is the most transparent, open thing.
Political, yeah. This is the most transparent political investigation he's ever been a part of.
Everyone wants. Look, it's not just Democrats. It's Republican constituents, voters who are up in arms because they're upset at the fact that James Comer, Jim Jordan, and the rest of the Republican Party campaigned on this idea that they were going to come after Hunter Biden. They were going to get him. They were going to come after Joe Biden. They were going to get him. They were going to prove that the Hunter Biden was, or the Biden family was corrupt. And now they have the chance in an open dialogue, public hearing setting. Do I anticipate people to do grandstanding and use their 15 minutes of fame? 100%, because that's what it is. But I do anticipate someone to ask questions and have follow-up questions and then debunk those claims to which the questions were asked about. And we saw it the last time when they tried to have a hearing on Joe Biden and they all face planted. We will see it again if they had a public hearing. And that's the reason they're afraid, is because they know they don't have anything. And if they can go with the court of public opinion behind closed doors, then they know that they can prove that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were moving money around, laundering money.
Well, let me ask
influence.
you. I want to make sure on your show today that you get a piece of Trump's
The suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit. Believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up, and you're gonna get a piece of it.
You're gonna get a piece. You're gonna get a piece of it. Listen, the audience wants a piece of you, so get your ass over there. I'm gonna drop the YouTube link in the chat here if you guys want to go watch on YouTube, or you can stick around here on Twitch. Everyone knows I'm banned on YouTube, but I'll drop the YouTube link in here. If you stick around on Twitch, you'll be directed to his Twitch channel, or you can go to Gabe's YouTube. What was that live with Gabe Sanchez? Get the hell out of here. Go get your piece of your suit. Go on. Get the hell out of here. All right, Gabe Sanchez. What was that live coming right at you right here? I dropped the YouTube link in the chat if you guys want to go watch it on YouTube, or you can stay here on Twitch. I will direct you over there. We will raid Gabe's channel right now. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Gabe Sanchez, what was that live right after this tomorrow? Tony Michaels podcast. Same time, same place, Twitch only. That's it. That's the only place we are for right now. And don't forget to link your account and buy the subscription so you don't have the ads. Tomorrow, ad-free with a subscription. Same time, same place. Surf's up, motherfuckers.
You've been listening to the Tony Michaels podcast. In your face commentary of current events and political news. No rules, no boundaries. I think we've made that perfectly clear. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back soon. In the meantime, follow Tony on social media at The Tony Michaels. And until next time, raise a fist and repeat after me. Fuck 'em.
Murphy's Mule Barn, head ass speaking.